Good afternoon, everyone, and thanks for being with us. I'm Will Dupree, coming to you from the KXAN live studio here at KXAN. We are going to go to a news conference here starting shortly with the Austin ISD superintendent and the district's school board president. What they're going to be talking about is this new announcement that the Texas Education Agency has granted a request from Austin ISD today for less severe state intervention in the district's Special Education Services Department. This is following up on a number of issues that we have reported about with possible state intervention coming for special education program at Austin ISD, and it appears that there is some sort of new agreement reached where this a less severe option will be taken by the state and with Austin ISD. So again, we will be bringing you that news conference here in just a moment with the interim superintendent, Matias Segura, and the school board president, Arathi Singh. So please just stay with us for a few more moments as we await this news conference beginning. You can see they're getting things set up there. This will start right now with interim superintendent Matias Segura.
Adrian, good? We're good to go. All right. Well, thank you everybody for being here. My name is Matias Segura. I am the interim superintendent for the Austin Independent School District, and I'm glad to be joined by our president, President Singh, who will be speaking here in a few minutes. So after several months of hard work and productive conversations, the Texas Education Agency has provided the district with an alternative path in place of conservatorship over special education. We appreciate the TEA acknowledging our progress towards implementation of sustainable transformative improvements around special education. Our leadership team and Board of Trustees have been working incredibly hard and will be reviewing this proposal over the next several days. We know the breadth, depth, and seriousness of the challenges facing our special education program, and we have committed significant time and resources to better serve our students. I'd like to recognize the tireless work of Dr. Robinette, who is here to my right, just down over there, and our team. They've met and exceeded aggressive milestones in our plan to reimagine special education. Highlights over the last many months include pending evaluations have decreased by approximately 35% since January 2023. We've tested approximately 80% more students this summer over the summer of 2022. We've tripled our evaluation staff from 22 to 74, and again, that includes LSSPs and diagnosticians. Staff at every school have completed 2 days of special education professional development over the course of the spring and additional training over the course of the summer. We've added an additional 50 special education staff to accommodate the influx of students receiving special needs services. And as we review the TA proposal and make a decision on our path forward, I'll continue to keep our community involved and advised on the important work. Working to better serve our most vulnerable student groups is integral to our vision here at Austin ISD, and we do believe in strong schools and a stronger Austin. Thank you, and I'd like to invite President Singh up to say a few words.
Thank you. Good afternoon. My name is Arathi Singh, and I'm the board president of Austin ISD. Thank you, Interim Superintendent Segura. So I'd really like to take this opportunity to discuss the Texas Education Agency's response to our request to the state to reconsider appointing a conservator for a special education program. Today, the district received a proposal from TEA that suggests an alternative path forward for addressing the district's special education program. It's worth noting just how far we've come, and I'd like to acknowledge the work of my fellow elected trustees, including those who serve on our ad hoc Special Education Committee, for their leadership and contributions to this larger effort. In May, the board added 2 scorecard measures to evaluate progress towards eliminating the backlog of special education evaluations. And in June, the board approved a budget for the 2023 to 2024 school year that makes an additional strategic investment of $30.2 million in special education for a total district investment of $156 million in our 23-24 budget. So now we must carefully consider the full details of this new proposal and the impact on our continued implementation of the special education plan on our staff and our community and on our students. We have not yet determined our response to this new proposal. The board and the interim superintendent will provide a public update about TEA's plan and will discuss next steps with the board council in closed session tomorrow, Thursday, August 31st. We invite our community to share input by emailing trustees at trustees@austinisd.org or by providing comments at upcoming meetings. TEA's new proposal requires a board vote by September 29th, which we anticipate will take place at the September 21st board voting meeting. As a board, we remain committed to supporting the Austin ISD administration and holding ourselves and the interim superintendent accountable. Our shared goal remains the same. We all support strong outcomes for our students by ensuring that all AISD students receive what they need and what they are entitled to under both federal and state laws. A stronger Austin ISD must be an inclusive Austin ISD, one that reflects input from our community, one that addresses the needs of every child, and one that ensures that our district's continued commitment to overall excellence. Thank you very much. I'd be happy to take questions.
Matthias here. Talk about where you all came in, when you came in as interim superintendent. I know there's some new board members as well as new trustees as well. When you took over leadership, where were you and how much progress have you made? I know you talked about some specifics, but kind of
Absolutely.
for those who don't know.
Yeah, so one of the things that I certainly would acknowledge is that, when I came on board January 3rd, the current board was actually already in place, but they had just become a new board, right, from the previous election. So we were all one collective new team. In January, we were informed by the state that we would be looking at some type of intervention. We acknowledged that over the last several years, AISD had not been providing the services and support for those students. And so at that point, it was clear to me and to the administration that it was a priority. I often called it and discussed it as priority 1A. We worked closely with really the entire organization to identify a comprehensive initiative. It required ownership from the entire organization. So this is not just the special education department. This is truly all of our principals, our staff, the financial department, the human capital department. I mean, really everybody taking ownership and understanding what was required to move the work. We brought forward some fairly aggressive initiatives to really address some of the constraints that we were seeing. Some of that had to do with funding. Some of it had to do with staffing allocations. The board has been very responsive and receptive to all of those recommendations that came from myself and the team. And I think what we saw over time was evidence of this aggressive plan working. And we're happy to see that, right now TA has allowed us to progress with this work in a way that maybe would have been different if we hadn't really thought about this work differently over the last several months. So it's been very encouraging. It's been a lot of work. I'm very proud of the organization, our board, and our community. But the work's not done. There's still a long way to go.
If the board does approve this, what are the next steps? And do you have to check in with TEA? How will that work?
Absolutely. So if the board does approve, there'll be a series of reporting requirements. Some of that will kind of be laid out over the next several days, and we'll discuss with the board. So it'll not only be the board reporting out, but the administration reporting out to the board. We expect it'll occur on a quarterly basis, but again, as you'll see from AISD, we endeavor to be very transparent. So we'll continue to update our website, provide updates as part of our superintendent's report. So it'll continue on, but we expect to be a formal quarterly reporting out.
And is this called a monitor, or if approved, of course?
Sure. So there's still conversations to be had around the details. It's not a conservatorship, which is what we know. Right now, one of the things I often tell folks is AISD has been monitored. We're in a monitoring process right now. So it is more than that. There are different goals that the administration will have to hit, but it's something that we feel very confident that we can accomplish. And so again, we'll discuss that in more detail after we meet with the board.
Can you speak to what some of these, or what are some of the parameters that TEA would require, would Would it require monitoring, as we just talked about, or would there be actual actions that the district would have to take if this was approved?
Yeah, so I'll speak to it at a high level. Now I want to kind of reiterate that a lot of the work that we had proposed as a team as part of this initiative is kind of embodied and reflected in the requests and recommendations from TEA. So I tell the team often, it's some of it, it's more definitive. We knew that we were going to move aggressively and reduce evaluations. We're going to improve professional development opportunities. We're going to do all of these things, but those timelines were self-imposed, right? So now we have guidelines about when those timelines would have to be met and those goals have to be met. And so it is going to be a process. It's going to take several years to accomplish, but we knew that. So as of right now, some of those details and requirements are specifically around professional development, getting our backlog down to a point where it is zero over a period of time, and really being responsive to all the needs of our students. And so again, it's professional development, it's the inclusion model, it's evaluations, it's resources. So there's a lot to it. But again, all things that we've already considered, just putting definition around those milestones.
You mentioned how many evaluations are pending, but how many evaluations are currently overdue for Austin ISD?
Yeah, I don't want to get into the details specifically around how many. We've been working in getting through the backlog. And one of the reasons we don't is because each student group is a cohort, right? So over the spring semester, there's a cohort of students. Over the summer, there's a cohort of students. So to say a specific number, it really depends on where we are in the evaluation process for each student and when that evaluation became out of time regarding the requirements. And so we know that the original, concerns that got us into this, several years ago, back in 2021, much of that's been cleared. Right now, we're really trying to make sure the system is improved to where we don't ever go back there.
But that's really at the center of the issue, is how many were overdue, not pending, but how many went past the federal and state requirements. So do you have a number that are currently overdue right now?
So I don't have that detail in front of me.
You don't know if there are some that are overdue?
Again, it's by cohort. So based on what was identified by the state at that time, many of those have been cleared, if not all of them, depending on the cohort, right? Again, it's cohort by semester. So in the spring semester, back in 21, there were a certain number of students that were not in compliance. Those have been brought into compliance. Then there's the summer of 2021. Then there's fall of 2021. So, we are constantly tracking cohorts of students to ensure that we're in compliance. And one of the things I want to reinforce is that each time we have an evaluation, it's not just the one that's been out of date the longest. It really has to match the needs of the student with the evaluation skill sets. And again, we just brought on a tremendous amount of resources that will help us get through this evaluation. So we've made a tremendous amount of progress. I think it's reflected in what we're seeing from TEA. I don't want to give you a false information because the way that we calculate it, but if we can provide that information later, I'm more than happy to meet with the special education team and get something out.
The other part of the report focused on IEPs and that there were some IEPs that were not followed. How have you all been working to make sure that when you do get through the evaluation process and the IEP-R process, that you can then actually execute it for the student?
Well, I think that's what we're talking about when we talk about improving professional development opportunities and ensuring that the work that was identified and the goals identified by Dr. Stetson in the big report that came out in spring of 2022, a lot of that has to do with making sure the system understands how to support our students' needs, right? If there are services that are needed, we need to be able to provide them in an inclusive model. And that requires training. One of the things that we did over the spring semester is we got all of our schools, all 113, through a robust professional development curriculum. That was not something that was previously identified in January. So we had to really move the system to be able to take that on. And what that allowed is it allowed the leadership within each school to understand what the expectations were. And then once the curriculum or the professional development opportunities were rolled out in the summertime, the leadership of those campuses knew what to expect for their staff. So, it's one of those things where we as an organization have to ensure that we're providing the services across all of our campuses. And a lot of that work has kind of started and really progressed quite well over the last, over spring semester into the summer. But that's how we're doing it. And there will be requirements to report out on it, right? The quality of the IEP, the follow-up, all of those things are metrics that we are going to continue to report on, and some of those the state will require we report on as well.
I guess what would your message be to families who may or may not be following this conservatorship news,
Sure.
but they might have a child who's waiting to be evaluated? I guess what would your message be to them in terms of Austin ISD still trying to build that trust around providing special education services?
Yeah, I appreciate that. I mean, I think my message is one that I've said from pretty much the beginning. I think, we want our families to know that this is a priority for us. It's not just a special education issue, it's an academic issue for us. And so there's complete buy-in from this organization to address the needs of our students. We've been relentless in the pursuit. I think you've seen actions out of this administration over the last several months that prove it. And now I think we have, I guess maybe some acknowledgement from the state that we're moving in the right direction. Still a lot of work to do, but I hope that our families know that we're working really, really hard to get this right. And when it is right, it doesn't get eroded away with some change in leadership or with some change in funding. Like, it is here to stay. And that's what a systematic improvement means.
And just to follow up to that, for families who may have wanted to see the Texas Education Agency intervene because to some extent it was legally compelled to because of how out of date a lot of the evaluations are, I mean, I guess what would your message be to families in terms of, I know the board still has to vote on this proposal, but will there still be some level of state oversight, maybe for families who are hoping there is someone else kind of still keeping track of what Austin ISD is doing?
Well, this is a collaboration. This is still monitoring. This is still an intervention by TEA. This is not, as though AISD is going to be operating without that type of, communication and engagement with TEA. So they're going to hold us accountable. I'm going to hold the system accountable. The board is going to hold the superintendent accountable. But I think what you're seeing now is an alignment and understanding of the work that's ahead, and really, demonstrating that, we're making some progress, and any disruption at this point could have an adverse impact on that.
The dashboard, you guys talked about that earlier when we first heard about there being potential intervention, but at last check with administration, the dashboard is not complete. What is the status of that?
So the dashboard that was outward facing, or the internal dashboard?
Well, either. I would be curious to hear.
So one of the things that we did early on is we created a dashboard for our principals so they can see where each of their students were in the evaluation process. There are evaluations that occur because they're identified, and there are some that occur on an annual basis. And one of the things that we realized early on was that there wasn't a platform that allowed our principals to understand where each of their students were in a specific process. And so we created that. We got feedback from our principals. We made refinements from it. I will tell you, it's been well received by our principals and leadership. It allows our executive directors, our principals, everybody to understand, where are we getting close to exceeding a timeline constraint, where are our students so we can plan appropriately. And I think a lot of that, was just one of those tools that helped us understand, how to manage this work better. And we're continuing to build those tools as we move forward as well.
You mentioned the outward-facing dashboard.
Yes, the outward-facing dashboard is more of just a reporting out. We've been able to do it a couple different ways. One is with reporting out with the board. So I cover that as part of a superintendent's update. And we're going to continue to look at different tools to use with our community. But as of right now, we're being and wanting to continue to be as transparent as possible. This is a big deal. There's a lot of work to do, and we're going to do it with our community and with our families.
Is there a plan to have that open for parents? I know that was discussed with the transparency, so people in the community can see that. Is there something in the works to get out there for families?
Yeah, so I know so one of the things that we're going to be, I would say, exploring is how to further engage with families. We certainly recognize it's an opportunity for us, an opportunity for growth. I don't know precisely what it'll look like. We'll have to do that in collaboration with TEA. One of the things I want to acknowledge is we will be lock in step with TEA. Anything that we do will be communicated to TEA before we do it. So there are some things that we have to work through as part of that, and I'll discuss it with the board here for the next couple days. But yeah, that is an area of focus and opportunity for us.
We've got time for about one or two more questions. Is there anyone who hasn't had a chance to ask a question yet? I want to be mindful of folks' deadlines. So.
I have another question. Sorry.
Okay, let's make that the last one.
Okay. A message for parents. We've been talking, since we've had this conversation, we've heard a lot of stories about parents that were impacted by the backlog, parents that continue to fight for their kids in the classroom. What would be your message to them as far as how you are working and how this impacts them?
You know, my message to them is going to be, we know we haven't done in the past as good a job as we should have. We acknowledge it, and we are working very hard to address it. And we are creating systems to receive input and concerns from families so that if there's something we can correct very quickly, we'll have the ability to do it on campus. We are empowering our principals to be able to make those types of decisions as well. Again, that's where the professional development comes in. But at the end of the day, you know, we need to be held accountable for how we support all of our students. And so if there are areas of concern, you know, we're going to continue to hear them and build from them. But, you know, given where we are now and where we were 9 months ago, I do want to kind of reiterate and reinforce that we are moving, I believe, in the right direction. And I think that the response from TEA communicates that they believe so as well. So a lot of work to do. We're not where we need to be, but we are moving in the right direction.
And I'd like to add one more thing to that. Regarding the transparency question and the reporting out, I mentioned in my statement that the board has included 2 more metrics related to tracking the backlog. So just know that those will be reported at a board meeting every 9 weeks, starting in October. So you can expect that to be the time where we really are able to see how this backlog has been reduced over time. But thank you.
All right.
Thanks very much. Thank you.
All right. Thank you all.
All right, everybody. Thanks so much for sticking with us on KXAN Live. Will Dupree back in the KXAN Live studio. As you see, Interim Superintendent Matthias Segura leave the lectern there. You also heard from the school board president, Arthi Singh, at Austin ISD. What they're sharing is that the Texas Education Agency has presented what they call an alternative plan rather than a conservatorship to oversee some of the things that are happening with the district's special education department. The details of that plan are not known at this time. They shared that they'll be discussing that with the school board at tomorrow's meeting, and then some more details will be shared at this time. But what they're saying is that a conservatorship would be avoided, which would be a much more strict type of oversight that would happen over special education services within the district. We will keep monitoring this, and as you heard, both of our reporters, KXAN's Nabil Ramadna and Kelly Wiley, asking many questions of the superintendent and school board president about this. We are going to be following up on this, of course, and sharing out many more new details over on our website at kxan.com. So please stay with us as we follow this story, and you can read up on some of our previous coverage about how we got here, including a lot of Kelly's stories that looked in depth about this particular case. So thank you all again for watching here on KXAN Live. I'm Will Dupree in the KXAN Live studio. We will see you back here at another time. Hope you all stay safe and healthy. Take care.